when spend 200, I switch my bin because I'm classy. I gotta keep my burner when they get high, they come in handy. I used to trap out bones, I want 500 for the candy. I can't pop out bummy, I like it fly, so I be swaggy. Baby, you supposed to be my P, why you be nagging?
That feeling when you want to buy a new ride and it hits. Your credit score needs work.
Horror story part. Bro, why can't I talk, dude? Horror story party. Please. Please. Don't copyright me. I'm gonna be putting in my input. I'm not gonna be looking like these just straight at your video. Like, I'm gonna actually put my input in. You feel me? And I think y'all stuff is cool. Bro, I got this. Nigga, if y'all hear this, I got this stupid bird outside. And every 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab that nigga out the tree, bro. See if he well, he'll probably do it more, but still. Sound like a nigga eating Doritos in my ear. Dang! Bro? Oh yeah, I forgot his Popeyes. I bet you the nigga behind this freaking...
I love Popeyes,
you know what,
or I did, until my last visit ruined it for me.
What's the best chicken spot out there? Personally, Chick-fil-A. It's got it. I don't care what nobody say. Chick-fil-A. Now, if we talking about just solely chicken, like Popeyes, Slim Chicken, KFC, all that other stuff, Popeyes got it. It's cool. Last time I've been to a Popeyes, it was in the hood, bruh. And this nigga, I guess they wasn't making no purchases on the little strawberry cheesecake, so they was giving them out. That junk was trash, my nigga. I ain't even gonna lie.
Forever. Thinking about it still makes me sick, but I will suffer through retelling this memory one more time. I used to eat at Popeyes probably 3 or 4 times a week. There's a location just down the road from me.
Wait, so, nigga, is this you? Bro, I thought this was a girl the whole time. Girl, boy, you look... Girl. See? Even my reaction, like, no pause on this, but, bro, you look good. Like, real talk.
Making it very convenient. It had been a long day. I was...
Nigga, this is a girl. Because you could see the... Unless you a nigga who lost a lot of weight and, you know, your junk just hanging. But this is a girl.
Stuck late at work for 2
Why is your voice so... Okay.
entire hours.
Why you biting your lip?
I didn't even have time to eat much during my lunch break, so I was starving. As late as it was, I knew there was no chance I'd be able to cook dinner. Since I was already craving Popeyes, I figured I'd go in and eat. When I stepped inside, I was greeted by an empty restaurant. No line whatsoever, except there was nobody at the register either.
Makes
it was
sense.
almost like they were closed,
Niggas
but I
don't be
simply
doing their
couldn't
job.
have that. I went up to the counter and called for an employee. Maybe in my hunger, I didn't realize that shouting so loud would come off as rude. There's a chance that's where it all went wrong. A few seconds later, a single employee came out from the kitchen. I unfortunately recognized him.
Big black nigga with woolly hair, and you could tell by that forehead. Is that like what's the purpose of this cap if it's not gonna cover the rest of that? You see what I'm saying? And like the hair cover it, but you could see them lip. Okay, let me chill, bro. Cause I love my people, but you know my fault.
As someone I had some issues with before. He was a scrawny Greek.
What the freak? He gotta be Guatemalan.
Greasy little guy.
But then again, he's peeking over the counter. They're usually short. No racial. I love all my races.
But he had that tiny dog syndrome that made him think he was hot shit. He recognized me too. His rotten smile and wandering eyes violated me without even touching me. And before he even spoke, I knew where his mind was going.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna stop pausing after this. But bro. So you mean to tell me, it figures you're standing right here still after seeing this. Cause a nigga like me, I would have seen that nigga peek across the corner. As soon as I see them eyes peek across, bro, I'm out of there. Like the Flash. For real.
He had tried flirting with me before, but I
And
was
why are you biting your lip? Okay.
wholly unprepared for how bold he would be now that we were alone.
Welcome to Popeyes. How may I take you?
Ugh, I'm very hungry. So can you take my order, please?
Okay, there we go.
Of course. A classy lady like you must be wined and dined first. What would you like? I
Whoa.
got Hennessy in the back.
I don't drink. I want fried chicken.
Well, you see, we're out of chicken for the night.
What? Then why are you open?
Literally.
We're not. It's just me. Why do you think everyone else cleared out? Or did you think I reserved this whole restaurant for you?
Oh, that's it. I'm out of here.
Wait, don't scurry off just yet. We have substitutes.
Let me guess. Impossible chicken?
Actually, we've branched off into other meats. Real meats. I'll let you try some of mine if you just,
Enough. Stop.
Oh my gosh. And you know what's crazy? The fact that my girl works at some of the pickup lines that niggas use against her, y'all niggas are losers. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I may be a corny nigga myself, but I do it just cause I troll. I'm not genuinely corny. But you niggas is some losers. Like genuinely. I pray for you though.
Playing games with me. I'm here for one thing and one thing only. Fried chicken. So either give me a number 4 large or take all your stupid jokes and shove them up your ass.
I had never blown up on a food service worker like that before, though I felt like my Karen moment was fully justified.
Girl, where is your eyebrows? I just realized that. She got the straw hat Luffy going on right here.
That guy was always a creepy little deviant.
Love Roblox? Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Reward.
But he crossed the line that night. The rest of the interaction continued in
Oh my
silence.
freaking
He
goodness.
didn't seem to have anything else to say, but an irritating smirk remained on his face. I figured he was just trying to come up with some other smartass innuendos. I was just thinking to myself that there was no way I was going to try ordering anything else from him. After the transaction was finally complete, he went back to make the food. It seemed like he was the only person working after all. I wondered.
Now, don't be surprised. Good lord, bro. You don't need that large, bro. You should have made it a small. If anything, you should have been at, like, what, Panera Bread or something. Because look at you, big back and everything. But I was going to say, bro, don't be surprised if you see some saliva or booty hair in there. Because the way you just, you know, he deserved it. But at the same time, I mean, like,
If he was going
he
to
is the
spit in
one
my
making your
food or
food.
something. I laughed to myself, thinking he would probably like it if I spat in his food. Several starving minutes later, the creep returned with my order.
hey,
I went up to
yo,
the-
nah. What the
Several starving minutes later, the creep returned.
Come on, man. What part of the chicken is this, bro? What part of the chicken is this? And then put the 2 biscuits right there. Alright.
With my order. I went up to the counter and grabbed it without saying a word or looking him in the
Ugh.
eyes. Even as he stared at me with that disgusting look on his face, he also watched me pour my drink, not moving from that spot. When I sat down with everything, he was still watching me like he had nothing better to do. I flipped him off. Then I took the first long-awaited bite
Yeah,
of
he liked
delicious
that.
fried chicken. But something was wrong. Very wrong. Oh, God, it was. I hate it so much. It was hairy and crunchy on the inside. The first bite cracked something open, and all this rotten sludge came oozing out. It coated the back of my mouth before I could spit it out. But
Bro.
then after I gagged and threw it back up on the table, what I had just been chewing was suddenly staring me in the face. It was the head of a rat. I threw up everywhere, trying to get the rat brains out of my mouth. I rinsed it out with Diet Coke, but the taste didn't go away. It just combined. When I realized nothing was going to put me out of
And you thought you was finna lose weight with that Diet Coke. Nigga, you should have got a water.
my misery, my only other option was to kill that son of a bitch that did this to me. I looked back at the godless creep. He was laughing his ass off. I ran after him, but the slimy bastard was too quick.
Nigga took 4 steps. Never mind.
He barricaded himself in the office before I could get to him. As a last resort, I gave up. Get to him. As a last resort, I gave up and called the police. I took pictures of everything. I wasn't going to let that sicko get away because of a lack of evidence. If I can't pummel him back into the gutter he crawled out of, I'm going to send him to prison and sue him and Popeyes for every possible penny. Not that I'll ever be able to eat my favorite food in the entire world ever again. A woman claimed she discovered a rat's head in her Popeyes chicken. Rosemary
So if this was the main character, why did you make the lady white?
Thomas said she found the fried head in her food at a Harlem Popeyes restaurant. She posted pictures of it on her Facebook profile. This is clearly a rat, and they have the nerve to have a 5 rating by the Department of Health. My daughter is traumatized. I had to take her to urgent care last night, vomited with diarrhea all day, she wrote in a Facebook post. According to the city's Department of Health's web,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If a nigga put rat in my food, bro, and I find out it's rat, bro. I mean, if a nigga put rat in my food and I look like I bite into it, rat head shows, I'm peeing on everybody.
The Harlem Fried Chicken chain was last inspected on April 21st, 2016, and received an A grade, but the year before, inspectors wrote that the facility was not vermin-proof and has harborage or conditions conducive to attracting vermin to the premises and or allowing vermin to exist. Thomas is expected to bring her chicken to the restaurant Monday and meet with the franchise owner to test it. The health department has mentioned it received a 311 complaint regarding the Harlem's Popeyes and sent a public health sanitarian to investigate it further.
And you just zoom in closer on this dude, bro. Man, come on. They can do it without this noise, bro. Hold on. Yeah, let me skip that.
I first started there, I had no real-world experience, so the pace and pressure of fast food was a complete shock to my system. It took months to get used to it, but I eventually found a rhythm. I could fry the chicken, bake the biscuits, take orders, put them together, and serve them to the customers with a smile. My manager especially helped me to get confident enough to do things on my own. However, when a new or stressful situation popped up, I still crumbled, always needing to get bailed out. I lacked the skills to improvise and simply couldn't handle how mean some of the customers could be. One night, I was too broken to—
Bro, and the thing is, some customers come in pissy, bro, already. And it's like, bro, like, you finna get fed, bro. Why are you coming at me so angry? What happened to you, bro? Now, if I was to use this bun as some tissue paper, you know what? Let me chill, bro. I'm really talking on this side of my neck.
Drive home at all. The shift started out like any other. About 6 hours in, I was manning the drive-thru. It wasn't my favorite position, but I liked it better than being face-to-face with customers at the register. The extra bit of distance usually made things feel a little easier. It wouldn't help me tonight, and my confidence shattered within seconds when he pulled up to the window. I had taken his order a few minutes ago. He got half the combos on the menu and had a nitpicky request for each one. He pulled up alone. As he rolled up, there was a gappy smile on his face, but it—
Oh my gosh, why? Like, hold on. I know dang what. Why he kind of look like me?
disappeared the second we made eye contact. This guy already didn't like me, and I had the pleasure of finding out why.
Hold on, no. Cause he ain't got no fade in the back. Listen, it's been a little minute since I've been to the barber. My fade there a little bit. It may be disappearing, but it's still there. He ain't got no type of fade back there. Look, just straight afro.
Finding out why.
And no neck either.
Your total comes
Unless he
out
like
to...
Where's
the girl?
Excuse me?
What the freak?
What girl?
The baddie I was talking to on the speaker. Where'd she
That's
go?
nasty.
Sir, I don't know how to bring
And
this
he ain't
to
got
you,
no
but
definition.
it's kind of
Like,
a sausage
you
fest
see what I'm
back here.
saying?
You were
I
talking
got
to me.
definition.
What?
This is just straight block.
Well, I guess the heart wants what it wants. Why don't you put on a wig and a skirt, and then I'll paint your face for you.
Whoa.
Sir,
Call me Daddy. No!
your total is $94.75.
Huh, you think you're unbreakable. Here, take it. Don't worry, it's real. And there's plenty more where that came from.
All my coworkers heard my outburst, but they didn't hear what that creep had said to me. They just looked at me weird and asked if I was all right. I told them I was fine. In fact, while I was helping to put together his massive order, I had an idea on how to get back at him. I gave him the burnt biscuits that had been sitting out for hours. They were basically bricks, but I figured he wouldn't notice until he got home and bit into one. I was wrong. With all his bags ready to go, I returned to the window, trying to keep a straight face. I ignored his creepy comments and handed him his food. Then I closed the window and walked away, pretending to be busy. 30 seconds later, I walked back, expecting him to be gone, but he was still there, with an angry look on his face. My stomach dropped. He must have looked through his food and found the burnt biscuits. I should have known. He was a Karen. Karens always check their food so they can complain.
And now he want them buns for compensation.
Now I had to open the window and deal with him all over again.
Still staying up late gaming solo? With Hacko AI, get the ultimate
Go ahead
companion
and
for
get
your
some money.
playtime.
I noticed that the enemy jungle.
Oh shoot, hold up.
I'm sorry, sir. Is there something wrong with your order?
You're goddamn right there's something wrong. You useless bastards gave me a bunch of burnt biscuits.
Dang,
How the
brother.
hell am I supposed to eat this shit? You better make me fresh biscuits right now and do it right this time or I'll split your ass in half. I'll
Whoa.
do it. I'm sorry. Just let me go.
I collapsed on the floor right then and there and had a full-blown panic attack. I would have to remake his entire order just to get him to stop being mad. Luckily, my manager saw the whole thing go down. The freak only let me go because my manager was rushing over. He even drove away from the window, but people were saying he was still out there. I felt like he was going to come in and kill me. But again, my manager looked me in the eyes and told me everything was going to be fine.
Hey,
He was
shout out
going
to
to go
manager.
out there and have a word with the guy. But the way he said it, I believed he was really going out there to fix things. I couldn't bear to watch. All I could do was listen from my little hole under the window, terrified by every sound of their voices.
Why'd you put your hands on my employee? I should call the cops. Stop defending them. They were asking for it. Shut the hell up. Hey, stay back, asshole.
Oh my
You're
God.
gonna be sorry you...
He shot our manager.
I ain't gonna lie, the manager deserved that. Cause as soon as he put the weapon up, bruh, I'm like, you know what, sir? We're gonna go ahead and work on your meal. I'm sorry for the intrusion. Matter of fact, I'm finna go and straighten things out with my employee. And I would have fired me. I ain't even gonna lie. But look, now he on the ground spilling spaghetti sauce everywhere just because he wanted to talk back and he wasn't scared of that gun. You feel me? Even if the nigga would have been like, you better throw something, like you better do a dance move, or you ain't finna survive. Shoot, I would have been hitting everything.
The second I heard it, I curled up into a ball and hid like a coward, while everyone else ran away. I knew for sure that man was going to come inside and hunt me down. It
So
would
why
happen
didn't you
any
run?
second now. But someone across the street had called the cops. They came and found the man had already fled. My manager was dead. Nobody had even tried to help him. Ever since then, I can't stop having panic attacks as I relive this nightmare. Despite the fact the man was arrested, I still can't shake this overwhelming shame and guilt. My manager went out to talk to him on my behalf. My manager died because of me, all because I got mad and gave a customer some burnt biscuits. A Popeyes manager was accused of shooting his co-worker over burnt biscuits. Rodney Wood, 22, was arrested and charged with attempted first-degree murder. The shooting
like Lil
happened at
Papa.
around 6 p.m. on May 11th at a Popeyes restaurant on South Boulevard. A witness, who was a customer at the time of the shooting, told police the altercation stemmed from an argument between Wood and another employee because of overcooked biscuits. The witness reported that both went outside after one challenged the other. That employee was rushed to the hospital in life-threatening condition with critical injuries. He then underwent emergency surgery. When officers arrived at the restaurant, Wood was gone. According to other witnesses, Wood ran away, but
Look at him,
police
Richard
found
in
and
the back.
apprehended him within the same shopping center. Wood claimed that once he and the manager had stepped outside, he was punched in the face 3 times. He then allegedly fired 2 warning shots that were not intended to kill. The 2 allegedly had conflicts in the past.
Now look at that nigga put on a shirt, bro. That's why you don't, bro. That's why you don't react with violence, bro.
I'd been working all day with my kids waiting at home. I didn't have the energy to cook. My only decent option was to stop and get something for us to eat. Luckily, there was a Popeyes on my way home. To be honest, when I saw the line of cars wrapped around the building, I should have passed Popeyes and tried my luck at something a little less popular, like Burger King. But I was already craving fried chicken.
I ain't gonna lie, Popeyes nowadays, bro, you'll be looking to catch 2 cars at that mug. At least from what I seen, I ain't seen a packed Popeyes since 2011. That's just me. Well, actually, I take it back. When they dropped the chicken sandwich, niggas was on there crazy, but I ain't seen a Popeye, like a packed Popeye since.
So, I got in line and waited.
Don't even get me started about
burning
KFC.
gas, responding to text after text from my daughter asking when I would be home.
Girl, you're
People
not
were
even looking at your
honking,
phone.
leaning out of their cars to see what the hell was taking so long. It was too late to go inside. The drive-thru was our only option. Finally, when I at least got to where I could place my order, I thought I was making progress, but I started to get the idea of what was happening on the other side of the line.
Hello? Are you there? Can you hear me? Hello? Bitch, wait a minute. Oh, sorry.
Dang.
I'm coming, baby. What do you want? Okay, can I get 2 family meals? 2? Nah, you can go on a diet and get 1. Really? It's for my kids. I don't care how many kids you got, ho. I ain't making all that. Look, I'm sorry. I know you're busy, but I just worked a double and my kids have been waiting for me
She
to
sound
bring
like
dinner
Siri.
home all night.
Yeah, whatever. Nobody wants the sob story. Just pull up to the window.
Okay. So then 2 family meals, right?
Stop holding up the line and pull forward.
All right, damn.
After being verbally abused by the woman working the drive-thru,
why she got
I
so many
lost all
wrinkles now?
sympathy for the employees. When I finally turned the last corner and could see the end,
Dang,
I was
you the
also
last
able
one?
to watch what orders were being handed out. None of them were that big. I know I ordered a lot, but everyone else just had 1 small bag and a drink. Even more reason to believe this was all due to the incompetence and laziness of the people working inside. I knew if I had their work ethic, I would have been fired 10 times over that same day. But here they were, wasting my damn time. At last, in spite of everything, I made it to the window. The nasty bitch behind it didn't even say anything to me. She just stuck her hand out. Not even.
Look at them edges. Ugh. And she fried, bro. No wonder, bro. She on that crack. Or either she on that goddamn one of that.
Even looking my direction, but I still slapped my card into her hand so I could get my food. She swiped it, gave it back to me, then slammed the window and disappeared inside. I had my receipt which showed a charge for 2 family meals, which alleviated one concern. I just had to wait for my food. It took forever. Almost felt like it took just as long sitting at the window as it did getting through the line. I was so exhausted I think I was about half asleep, when all of a sudden, the window flew open, and they threw the bag into my car. I could smell it.
Well, I would have grabbed her by the collar and said, nigga. No, I wouldn't have.
The delicious fried chicken inside. At least they didn't screw that up. But still, something was wrong. The bag was too light. This couldn't be 2 whole family meals. I tore the bag open and counted everything. Sure enough, those bitches only gave me 1. Immediately, I turned back to the window and started shouting at them to come back. I knew it was rude, but I had been dealing with their shit for half an hour.
Hello? Get back out here. I said 2 family meals.
Yeah,
2!
get the freak
What the
outta
hell
here.
are you still doing here? You got your food. Now get out of here. You're holding up the line. I'm holding up the line because you didn't give me what I paid for. Huh. Well, now you're gonna get what you deserve.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right down to your exact address in just
It happened at lightning speed. She reached out through the window, grabbed me by the hair, then slammed my face down. She kept pulling me out of my car until I was dangling over the pavement. I tried to rip her hands off, but she kept lifting my head up just to slam me down into the windowsill. Again and again, I started screaming for help, begging them to stop. But she wasn't alone. 2 more women came out, running into the parking lot. They jumped me, pulling me out of my car and throwing me to the ground. They kicked me in the chest, punched me in the face, stuck my head into the wall. Although I pleaded for mercy. Every time.
God dang, see, this is why you need to have fire in the car, bruh. I wish a nigga would grab me. It's your hands would have been full of bullet holes, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Well, actually, I gotta do my research on, like, gun laws, because I don't want to go to jail for self-defense, bro. Like, my aim might be a little bit too good. But nah, 2 niggas come out the bushes, drag you out the car, and start curb stomping, just dancing on your face. Crazy as heck.
I opened my mouth, they just broke more of my teeth. Then, one of them took a lock of my hair and ripped it straight out of my scalp. I thought I would never make it home to my kids. By the time they were finally pulled off and arrested by the cops, I was half bald, unable to move. So many of my bones were broken, my organs bruised, my spirit traumatized. I kept thinking, how could they do this? Why me? After days in the hospital, I finally went home. But even 2 years later, I'm still recovering. As it turns out, all 3 women were related, a mother and her daughter and niece, all thinking they could run the Popeyes kitchen themselves.
Oh, wow.
I hope that trio finds better luck running the prison cafeteria. An Atlanta woman is filing a lawsuit against Popeyes and several employees of the location she visited after an altercation broke out. Denitra Dawson says she went to the Popeyes to get dinner for her children. She says her order was wrong, so she went to the drive-thru to have it fixed, but says the employees inside weren't listening to her. Dawson says she pulled up to the window, and employees began yelling at her because she was holding up the drive-thru. One of the employees then came outside, opened Dawson's passenger door, climbed into her car, and began attacking her. Dawson says the employee ripped her hair out of her scalp, leaving a large...
Hold on, she did this, boy, she did it perfectly, because look at this strip. There ain't no distorted edges or nothing. It's just perfectly straight. God dang, boy. She ripped it like it was waxing paper on her back full of hair, boy. Just... I could tell you, boy, she's strong as heck, bro, for ripping this out and it looking like this. Like a freshly mowed patch of grass.
Bald spot. Police identified the 3 employees involved in the attack as the manager, Tanister.
Why the freak am I not surprised? With these rockly eyebrow lashes, bro. This is freaking crazy, bro. And then look at this nigga. Edges nowhere to be found. See, I love my black people, but like with the stereotypes, we gotta do better, bro. We gotta do better.
Evans and her sister and daughter. The other 2 employees have not been identified. All 3 women were charged with battery, but Evans received an additional charge of obstruction of an officer.
This is crazy, bro. Young men, we gotta do better, cause some of y'all niggas be chasing these type of girls, bro. What is wrong with y'all niggas? We gotta do better. Guys, too. Well.